with continuous lactate monitoring, I think there maybe is more information that we could glean from that. We just don't really know because we don't have that yet.
Right.
And not reliable either. Apparently there are a few systems now, but
it'd have to be blood sampling though. The current ones use sweat lactate, and it's just not reliable.
Right. And so that we'll see as the technology improves if that is helpful at all. But it's kind of one of those like, yeah.
You've either got you're dogmatic,
mm-hmm.
or you're not, and you're inventive, and you believe in intuition and innovation.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always been the one thing that anytime I got an award in the military of any kind, it was always innovation. It was always looking at something from a different perspective, seeing something that is irrational and going, I understand why it exists. You don't disrespect it. You understand why it exists and its limitations and the reason why it was designed that way. But you're going, we don't have to be that way. There's these are all the things that could mess that up.
Yeah.
And I think that's the fun part of our job.
I just thought of two things around that. So one, you take like when Orville and Wilbur Wright, right, built the first airplane. Oh, this can't be done, right? They had the best engineers in the nation working on it, throwing tons of money at it. And, two owners of a bicycle shop, right, and ended up creating the first flight. They weren't constrained by the limitations of the scientific dogma at the time. I was listening to a podcast the other day. I think it was it Harvey Firestone? It was one of those early manufacturers where he wouldn't let the engineers keep logs of the failures because he didn't want the new people that came in to look at that and say, oh, we tried that, that's been done, we can't do that. And as a result, they end up making, some pretty big breakthroughs in tire technologies, different things like that. And so, it's when we're doing any new scientific endeavor, we are standing on the shoulders of giants, but if we are only constrained by what they did, then that limits what we can do in the future, right? We want to stand on their shoulders so that we can see off into the horizon and see what's possible. We don't want to put blinders on because then we'll miss opportunities that are available for us. And so I think it's this idea of like, yes, we want to respect the science and use that as a springboard to get to the next discovery. And if we close our eyes, it's like I can't remember who said it, but they're basically like, science progresses one funeral at a time.